How's it going, YouTube? Just real quick, I'd like to give you guys an update on the HK416 22 clone by Walther that I previously reviewed. We've put a couple hundred more rounds through it, probably closer to 500 more rounds for a total of 1,500. And we had our first mechanical problem. And it wasn't a serious deal. We just had a bolt come loose from the upper. But to do that, we had to completely disassemble the upper, and like we discussed, that would void the warranty. So I figured I'd give you guys a look at the teardown of the upper should you come into an issue like this, and just show you what the problem was. Again, this is nothing serious, but it is something that's come up. We had no issues while the bolt was loose. We were doing some running and gunning type stuff. The gun still continued to function fine. We still have not had any failure to feed, failure to eject, anything like that. No magazine problems. We just, again, had that one primer that failed to ignite. And again, I blame that on the ammunition. So I've already got this taken down. I put the bolt back in, but I did not clean anything. So you guys can see how dirty it would be after approximately 1,500 rounds. Mostly Federal bulk pack and some CCI Blazer. 40 grain bullets. So anyway, like I said, I've got this mostly torn down. Everything's just finger tight, so let's get to it. The first thing I like to do is just remove the flash hider. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. They're just hand tight, finger tight from the factory. There is a little O-ring. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. So you just compress that just like a crush washer, but you don't need tools to do that. Anyway, then you'd remove the Allen head that was connecting your quad rail to the barrel nut. It looks like this. You just use the supplied tools to do that, and then the rail should slide right off over the gas block and everything, and that will come off. You can see right here, just one bolt. Pretty easy. And like I said in the review, it locks up solid and is very simple. Then you have your barrel nut right here, just like a regular AR-15. You loosen that. I literally just stuck an Allen wrench in there and twisted it. It was not very tight. I don't even intend on torquing this to any specification. Just hand tight is all. So we'll go ahead and remove that. Again, lefty loosey, righty tighty. There's no reverse threads on this entire assembly. So you go ahead and remove this. If you wish to remove the fake gas block, you can. It's just got 2 pins in there, pretty standard. I just leave it on. There's no reason to. You can just leave your barrel nut here. There was no anti-seize or anything on the threads here from the factory, which is fine. So now we're looking, obviously, at your bolt assembly. All you have to do from this point on is remove the barrel. Well, excuse me, I should say the outer barrel, and that's this portion here. This, you know, it has your fake gas block. It has your, it does not have any threads on it. It's got your fake M4 profile looking barrel. Again, this is not the actual barrel. It's just an outer sheath. So this right here, like we talked about in the initial review, is the actual barrel itself. It's what's threaded, it's what's rifled, literally the barrel. Yes, I know, it looks like an air gun barrel, but like I said, we have not had any issues with rapid fire or anything like that. You can see the Walther proof marks on here. I don't really want to show the serial number. This is in the 8,000s, in case you were wondering if this is early production or whatnot. Anyway, so like I said, that's the barrel itself. Yes, I know it's very small, but we have not had any issues. It's not an extremely accurate gun, but you know, with this barrel and kind of a heavy, gritty trigger, it's to be expected. So anyway, from this point on, you've got your fake barrel off, you've got your quad rail, everything like that. Barrel nut off. You just go ahead and pull back on the charging handle, and the whole assembly will slide out of the upper receiver. Okay, this is the upper itself. It looks pretty AR-15-ish, again with the fake forward assist. It's got this step right here leading up to the flat top upper. So I mean, it's not true to AR-15 spec, but it does look very nice. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see this with the lighting, but we have not cleaned anything for 1,500 rounds. And like I said, the manufacturer does not recommend taking it apart this far. It will void your warranty according to them. You can see some carbon deposits and whatnot. Not really an issue. Nothing to be concerned about. But here we have the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. You've got your charging handle. This is proprietary. It is extremely heavy duty. It is aluminum. It's very substantial, way more substantial than an AR-15. You can see whatever lubrication is on here is from the factory. It's just a light oil. There's some wear on it, you can see, but extremely solid. I would pretty much put a bet down and saying this would never ever fail you, regardless of how many charges you do or how hard you're working the charging handle. Extremely solid. It's a little dirty, nothing to be too concerned about. And what we have here is the actual bolt housing and the bolt obviously down here. To remove the bolt out of its housing, all you have to do is remove 5 Allen heads. Sorry if that was out of view. One here, 2, 3, for a total of 5. Yes, I know I miscounted those. You'd remove that. Just be sure when you're removing those to keep pressure, because the receiver, or excuse me, the bolt housing will separate this way. Hopefully that'll make sense to you guys. But and that's what actually houses the barrel itself and the bolt. There is your recoil spring back here. You can see that. And then you've got, hopefully this will come out, but your adjustment screw is right here as well, to adjust the tension on that, or the preload. We have not changed it from the factory settings. It'll run soft ammo, fairly hot ammo, like I said, the CCI Blazer, CCI Mini Mags, no issue. Like I said, not a single failure. So, like I said, haven't adjusted the recoil spring at all, so maybe it's just we got a good one, maybe not. But so far so good. This is basic takedown here, and like I said, we have not cleaned anything other than this. It is extremely clean. The screw that did come loose was this one right here, in the very center. It just dropped the nut out, and that was it. It was Loctited from the factory. All of these are. But like I said, for whatever reason it did come loose. We just popped it back in, gave it some tension, and we're ready to put it back together. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. Like I said, so far so good with this rifle. I would still recommend it, even though we have had this issue. You know, we're going to throw some more Loctite on there, the red variety, and go from there. Hopefully we won't have anything too major to report. If you guys are having any difficulties or bad experiences with this rifle, feel free to post in the comments. Obviously be respectful, but you know, I'd be curious to see what you guys are getting with more rounds downrange. Like I said, we're at about 1,500 with intent to run this thing well over 30,000 rounds within the next couple years. So I'll keep you guys posted on this. As always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, send me a PM, leave a comment, stay in touch. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you.